Welcome back to the Triple Take Podcast with your host, Kean Lynch.
Kellen, man.
Torrin Carter Brown.
Today, we are here with Cooper Knight. All right. How are you feeling, Cooper? Is this your first interview you've ever done?
Oh, yeah, it is. Feeling great.
It's your first year on varsity. How does it feel to be like on that bigger stage that you may have not seen before?
I'd just say it's like a change in environments. Like, for those bigger games, there's like over 1,000 people in the Hyder Center, and like I just need to get used to that.
For sure.
Yeah. And like Christmas in the Cage, that game's gonna be crazy.
Yeah. All right, then over your summer or fall games, what did you think was the biggest difference between varsity?
I just say the physicality and the size of players. Like JV, there's some games I'm just playing like 5'5" little kids, and like every team's good, so like every game matters. So.
Right. Yeah, you kind of talked about it a little bit earlier on that first question, but, maybe you guys haven't really seen a big bird cage, but how do you think that's going to affect your playing, maybe help you out, having those guys behind you that, they're going to ride for you?
Hope it helps. If you make a big play, they'll cheer, and I guess, like, you have to play. It's a lot of pressure,
Right.
Just have to play good in front of the whole school.
So I play with Emmett, your brother. He was on varsity 3 years. What advice has he given you, coaches or just varsity in general about basketball?
Some things he told me was just, like, one game at a time. Like, just focus on that game. Don't think about other games. Like that's what, like, he struggled last year. And just, like, play your game.
Yeah.
Sure.
Don't let other people. And another thing you just said is keep working.
Yeah.
Just
Sure.
no matter what.
Yeah, then we've heard from Torn already, and then he mentioned that you're going to have a pretty big role on the team this year. What do you plan to do to really fill in that role?
Once again, I'm just gonna probably just play my game. I think I'm a good shooter, so I'll just be ready to shoot anytime Torn wants to drive in, kick it out to me, or Trinell gets double team, kicks it out. So I'll just be ready to shoot. I can drive, get to the rim, get fouled, hit some free throws, play some good defense. That's all they really need from me.
Sure. Yeah. And we interviewed Torrin last week. We got his thoughts about it. You guys are preseason number 2 after going undefeated in fall. What are your thoughts on that? Are you a little upset that you didn't get one? You like where you're sitting at? How do you feel?
I think we should be number 1. I mean, Miller North, I think, lost a few games in fall league.
Yeah.
We played them in the summer, but we're a much different team now.
Yeah.
I think we have a way better chance of beating them.
For sure.
We just match up with them so well. We
Yeah.
play such good defense on them. I think we should be number 1.
That's good.
What do you think of Coach Lukey so far as your new coach?
He's different. He's interesting, different than my past coaches. I say for, like, workouts, we come. One day he's in a really good mood, all happy, and then the next day he's just mad at us, or I don't really know.
Yeah.
For sure. What do you think your biggest, or I guess I should word that differently. What do you think is your best attribute of your game? You mentioned you can get to the hoop, you can play defense. What do you think is your best?
I'd say getting to the hoop, probably.
For sure.
I mean, I used to be a better shooter, but I've just worked on it over the summer. I worked on my dribbling, my moves to get to the rim. So I feel like that's now better than my shooting.
Yeah, then you mentioned the advice your brother gave to you. Who else has really been a big mentor for you in your basketball career?
I'd say Coach Stessman. He's just been, like, teaching all of us just about, like, basketball and just life stuff. And then I'd say either Tate Mueller, because he was a junior on JV last year, or Trinell Parker this past summer.
For sure, yeah.
They've both been just telling me about the physicality of varsity basketball.
Now that you've been practicing and playing for varsity, over the summer and fall, how have you noticed a change in pace from JV to varsity, like the speed of the game?
Yeah, it's way faster.
Yeah.
I didn't really expect it to be that much faster, but it is. Like, when trying to get a shot off, you have to shoot it way faster. I can just take my time on freshman and JV, but now I have to, like, be ready to catch and shoot all the time. And, like, I need to get conditioned. I get really tired during the games. I wouldn't really get tired on freshman and JV, but now I'm going to be probably playing a lot, so I just need to get conditioned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that you're on a new team with some guys that you haven't really played with before, what over the summer and over the fall really changed the chemistry of the team to really just, like, build that bond?
I just say all those workouts in the summer mornings, just lifting and hooping together. That really helped us, and like just hanging out outside of basketball. That really helped us. And I just say,
Yeah.
I don't really know.
Yeah, we kind of already touched on this a little bit, but how have your JV coaches really prepared you for where you are now?
Coach Jenkins, he really prepared us because we'd at basketball after like our games we'd come and help varsity with like scout team. I feel like that helped like a bunch of us. So yeah.
Cooper, so before games and stuff, do you have any like pregame superstitions that you like do or have before any game that you know may make you play good that you realize in the past?
Yeah, I mean I get Chick-fil-A or Cane's. That's probably my pregame
Great
meal.
Great
And
eats,
then
by the way.
I say I either like pray or like get some shots up in the Mullen or in the Hyder before my JV games. That's what I would do, and then just get locked in, be ready for the game.
Who would
Torn-
you? Oh, you said yeah. You go.
Torn mentioned his music. He likes to listen to some OT7 Kwani before his
Oh, yeah.
games. What do you think your music taste is going to be like?
Sometimes I listen to rap, and then sometimes I just listen to calm music, just get me settled down for the game, so I'm
Nice.
not just out
Sure.
there running around.
You know, who would you say is the? I don't know how to word this. Who would you say is kind of the funny guy of the team? Just kind of get the
Funny.
jokes out. You know, they're there for a good time.
There for a good time. The funny guy.
I already
mean,
know.
I guess we could say Sheldon, but he hasn't really made the team yet.
Sheldon,
Sheldon's pretty funny.
Squish.
Luke's funny. I say
Chanel,
Guat just 'cause.
Ayul,
Ayul and Guat are pretty funny.
The whole team, I guess.
Max.
For sure. Yeah. Hey, and Torn, this is a question for you. You know, how excited are you to have Cooper on your team now? You know, I mean, you've seen him be playing JV. He had a big role for that team last year. How are you kind of excited to kind of have him on your side now?
I'm pretty excited. You know, Cooper can shoot the ball very well, get to the hoop. You know, he'll take pressure off of me and Chernell. You know, teams won't be able to just sag in the paint on us anymore because, you know, we got guys and we can spread the floor now. And he plays hard and he plays defense. And I'm a big fan of defense. So if you can play defense, then I pretty much already like you. So
And then this is probably going to be a little bit different for you. We asked the same thing to Torn, but who do you see really stepping up this year on varsity that you noticed over the summer?
Someone I noticed their development is definitely Sam Bonet. He
Sure.
wasn't like in the summer. I just didn't really see him as like an X factor or
Yeah.
starting. But he's just kept working, getting so much better over the summer, and he played for a circuit ETG. I think helped him a lot.
yeah.
He's just gotten so much better since start of freshman year last year and now. So hope
Right.
he has a breakout
Yeah.
year.
You got any, you got any statements you want to make this year? You know, it's very like fresh season for you. You know, it's a bigger stage, a lot of eyes. Do you have any statements that you want to make for the people this year to really just like show that you're there to stay?
Yeah, I mean, our goal this year is definitely to win the state championship. I guess it's winner, like it's that or nothing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I don't want to fall short. We just want to keep working, and I guess we're here. I mean, we only have 2 seniors this year, so if we win this year, we have a big chance of winning next year. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Then you want to touch on some expectations for this year?
yeah, once again, I'll talk about that later. I guess we just want to do one game at a time, but like for the Metro tournament, we want to win that too. We want to win all of our home games. We want to go to the away games, win all of those. Just want to. Undefeated season's pretty hard, but I feel like we could do it.
Yeah.
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 And then, of course, win district since we haven't won that in a few years, and then win all 3 games at state.
Right. You know, who's your kind of duo? I know a lot of people, you know, you got like the Splash Bros. Do you match up with anybody on your team that's just kind of like that chemistry's been there? You know, it's just like he knows where you're at, you know where he's at.
Yeah, it's kind of different this year, though, because I haven't really been playing. I've never played with Torrin, Chernell, or Max. I've only really played with, like, Sam and Connor and, like, Tate. So I guess Connor's a really good shooter. So I guess we kind of match up in shooting. And then Sam, I kind of match up with him in, like, defense and getting to the rim. I feel like our game's matched that way. So those two players.
Well, we don't got any more questions. I think that's gonna wrap up this podcast. That's episode 5. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's ended. Did you end it?
Peak viewers is 0.
That's good, bro.